I don't think anything can go wrong with this episode today, guys. We're gonna follow the plan to the T. Okay.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Because that's exactly what we're going to be talking about is how you guys as players follow the DM's plans constantly. Okay.
Yeah, it's our job.
That's your guys' job is just to fulfill my own book that I'm writing with your guys' help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I record every session and everything you're saying is going into my new published book, The Adventures of the Mighty Guild of Kerrigan. Good running title, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, it's great.
Did you just
You
say
know.
no, Hunter? It sucked. What
Do
the heck?
better.
That's it. You're fired. I don't know what from. You're fired from your real job, okay?
Oh no.
Braden, if you give Backpack Boy a level up, I'll be the best bootlicker you've ever asked for.
Oh. Well, welcome to the podcast, everyone. I'm Braden Figgins. I am joined by, as always, Haley, Kendall, Sam, and Hunter. If you can't tell from our little bit of introduction, we're going to be talking about plans and the myth, because it is a myth. I don't think I've ever seen it happen, ever, of the perfect plan, why plans go awry, what the heck, is a plan in the end? Like, what's the, it's in Prison Break, like, make a plan, stick to the plan, goes
Use a
broke. I don't know.
plan. Throw away the plan.
Yeah, it's something like that.
It's
That's
something
basically
like
what we're going to be
that.
talking about. Yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about. So we're excited to be here today. We first want to mention, as always, not as always, this is something we're new we're doing because we haven't done this yet. If you're not following us already on our social medias, we are on social media, Beyond the Tavern Wall on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can get a video format on Spotify. So if you want to listen on Spotify and watch the video over there, that's totally fine as well. But we are also on YouTube, so you can go watch the video, the actual video podcast on YouTube as well. We appreciate your guys' help. We love you guys. You guys are awesome. We figured we should be more appreciative at the beginning of the episode and let you guys know where you can find us more often as well. And then we'll, of course, always give the spill in the back. There is also a cat behind you, Haley.
Yeah,
Suki!
she's being evil today, so you might see her a lot.
Oh no! If Haley gets dragged underneath her camera, we know why.
It's that one. No, she's very curious as to why everything we own is in the living room right now. So she's going crazy.
Yeah, I bet.
Understandable.
Yeah. Can you give us the exact address of where you're moving to, or just for no random reason?
No, because I don't know it.
That's a good point. All right. Let's get into the episode and the content, the meat of this, okay? Maybe this is we can use you having to pack up and move as an example of like a plan. How has planning on all that gone for you, Haley, of moving?
Well, considering that I texted you, I'm supposed to move on Saturday. It's Thursday. I texted you all today asking you to help me move because everyone who promised to help me failed. So
Boo.
not great.
So you had a plan set up beforehand, right? And
Uh-huh.
now it's completely gone.
Uh-huh.
Relate that to D&D, okay?
Oh my gosh.
That's your
Is
job
this
as
the
a
episode?
podcaster.
Well, that's pretty much just every single plan that we do as a group because our roles betray us.
That's
Yes,
very
they-
true.
My dice are constantly betraying me, so anything I plan doesn't happen.
Do you feel like D&D is specifically designed to sabotage all of your careful planning?
Yes.
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 How so?
Okay. I have the perfect answer for this. It's a game of luck.
What?
You can't rely on luck.
Is
I
it
mean,
okay?
There's a
Kendall.
lucky feat, though.
There is a lucky feat.
But that doesn't give you a guarantee. The best plan could fail because of a few bad dice rolls.
Here's a question, okay? Is D&D so obviously there is the aspect of luck because of rolling the dice. If a plan is planned well and you're putting people where they need to go, you're a bard, let's say you need a distraction. You give the bard who has a high charisma to do a distraction, right?
Mhm.
Is D&D and plans fully up to luck if you do it that like that?
I would still say yes, because what if you roll for the guard's like perception of something, they roll like a nat 20. That's
point.
bad luck on our part.
Honestly, it makes me think of the D&D movie that came out a couple years ago when they're infiltrating the castle and they create an illusion of, I'm forgetting the main character's name, but the bard.
It's Chris Pine. That's his name.
It's Chris Pine. I'm just gonna call him Chris Pine.
That's
But
all
he
his
gets
name.
the illusion. No, the freaking sorcerer who's casting the spell gets stuck, and the illusion just goes crazy. And it's a hilarious moment. Yeah, half of his face starts to melt. It's
That's
great.
how they got around the PG-13 restrictions of only dropping one F-bomb. They got to drop 30.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, things just happen. Like one bad roll, and it sucks.
I almost want to argue a little bit because I do agree with both of you. I do think it's still a game of luck, but like thinking about it, I do want to argue a little bit that a carefully planned plan is like, yes, there's still the luck aspect of rolling the dice, and there always will be. I could roll really well, you guys could roll really bad. But also, if you do have each person in a specific role, you are specifically designed not to roll bad. Strider, again, his average perception roll is probably like what 24 now since he's leveled
might
up.
Be around that. I don't know.
Like an average roll of 24, no matter what you roll, is insane. Backpack Boy cannot roll below a 13. So like,
Nope, 23.
oh yeah, is it really? Because you have a plus 10, you can't roll.
No,
if
I
you
have
roll,
a plus 13, but anything
Oh.
below a 10 is
Yes.
a 10.
So on your, is it specifically your charisma checks?
Perception, deception. I think it's just no. It's persuasion.
Persuasion.
And deception. Not perception. It's persuasion. I'm smart.
So it's persuasion, deception. You cannot roll below a 23. And
Yeah.
I feel like even then, like you got to respect, like there is some respect to the natural one, but at the same time, you still rolled a 23. Like something like I watched. I didn't watch. I should watch it. I saw a video today of someone I follow on YouTube where he talked about like if someone rolls a natural one, you shouldn't just fail them. You should let them succeed with consequences. So then there is like, okay, I go and pick a lock. I pick the lock, but it doesn't trigger. It triggers the alarm system they have set. They didn't catch the alarm system. Or I persuade the guard to let me into the castle, but the guard is now taking me into his captain. You know, like not as like, oh, you're the ambassador. Oh, you should come meet my captain. Blah 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 blah, or something like that. Like your negative one, natural one should have consequences. That's again not kind of the point of it, but a carefully planned plan. My whole point in my 5-minute ramble that we always go on here. Fun fact: whenever I'm not in the episode, the episodes are about, and this isn't making fun of you guys. I realize the episodes are about 10 to 20 minutes shorter, which means I talk for about 10 to 20 minutes in each episode at least.
Yeah, what the frick, Brandon? Stop talking so much.
I yap, dude. I'm sorry.
Yaposaurus Rex over here.
Give me a yapulence, please. Yeah. So that long-winded message means that that there is a carefully planned plan. Still requires luck, but it's less luck and more. Everyone is built there for their specific part.
So one thing I would like to bring up is I feel like a plan is more likely to go right once you're in higher levels.
That's true.
When you're a lower level, you're just gonna
All
be
bets are
boned.
off.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You could have everything meticulously planned out and figure, okay, this is gonna happen at this time. This person's gonna be doing this. This is your skill set. You don't have those crazy high modifiers or those crazy skills and features yet. You're much more likely to fail.
But
Unfortunately,
at the same time, you could also succeed beautifully.
True.
you could. But how often is that going to happen?
Well, if you have Haley's dice, then it's going to happen a lot.
Yeah.
Miss Nat
Ew.
20. That one, that happened
I
2
hope
years
you-
ago.
Yeah,
That was 2
And-
years ago?
It was.
Guys,
and I have
we're
not rolled that
old.
good since.
All
Alrighty.
of your luck happened that night.
The best part
And
about
it
it
didn't
is
matter
Yep.
because Hunter negated every single one of them.
Yeah,
Good
buddy.
silver barbs
Grave
and
cleric.
grave cleric. Yeah. See, I will say with that, a DM, because like a DM, there is like a scale of like, oh, if you're a level 5 party, you're gonna be fighting like monsters around level 5, so they should be similar in stats at the same time. I wouldn't, as a DM, be rolling, oh, you're level 5 and you're going to a lich's castle. The lich only has demi-liches as its guards, and they're rolling 1,000 times higher. Like, you're still going to be going up against people who, like, the guard stat block is terrible.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah.
They have like 14 health.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh.
like, it's definitely, I agree, like, you're more likely to fail, which also makes sense because you're not as honed in your skill. Like, your characters are not as honed in their skill. So, yeah. I agree with that. But does that unpredictability... You were going to say something, Hunter? I
I
saw
was
it
gonna
right.
make the joke of, oh no, my character actually trained their entire life for this, even though they're only level 1.
Yeah,
They're the general of the
King's
army.
army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that the most common one?
Oh no.
I was a general and I fought in 1,000 wars. I fought 5,000 people at the bottom of my boot.
Gosh.
And then you're like, I don't even know how to use a sword. It's one of my least favorite things. And I've gotten that from a few players. I'm like, no. You're level 1. You're a pipsqueak. You're basically just you are a
You
common
have a
folk at this
wooden
point.
sword.
Yeah. It's like Sora in Kingdom Hearts 1, okay, when the Heartless attack Destiny Island and they destroy it, and you can't hurt them because you have a wooden sword. You don't have the Keyblade yet. That's what it's like when you're level 1,
I'm
okay?
gonna pretend like I know this reference.
You guys
Uh-huh.
haven't played... Okay, we're going to move on. Does the unpredictability of the dice, though, create in your guys' opinion, does it create for a richer and more engaging story, or is it obscenely frustrating to deal with?
Frustrating at early levels for sure.
I think it makes sense. I think the adding dice into this game is what makes it more, not that we're going for realism, but it makes it more realistic. Right? Because people who are professional athletes, or like, for example, like a professional basketball player, they still miss shots. Right?
Not the GOAT. Yes, you're right.
They still miss shots. Nobody cares except his mom, all right? But taking those shots, he misses some of them.
That's actually a really good point. Even the professionals will fail at time.
Yeah.
If everyone was making their shot in basketball, if every single time
Nothing.
if every single time they went down in 3 downs, they got a touchdown, the game is going to be boring. It doesn't add that dynamic and stress of it all. So no, 100% agree. I also think it almost flips a little bit in lower levels. Okay, I try to get away of this DM versus player perspective because I don't. It's not a me versus you or us versus them perspective, right? It is a collaborative storytelling. But a lot of times when it comes to these infiltrations, if we're kind of going off of that with the myth of the perfect plan, it is kind of you versus the DM. Okay, what is the DM setup that we don't know? What has like the DM learns your plan unless you talk about it in like a player only group chat. But if you plan it during the session, the DM knows your plan. So he probably meta knowledges it a little bit. Like no one can avoid meta knowledge. Okay. So I feel like in earlier levels, the meta knowledge definitely benefits the DM, but eventually down the line, like I can't do anything against a 34 perception or 34 persuasion check or anything like that. Like, or Lyria casting the frickin', calling upon her god or something like that, or Bash or whatever. Like I can't prepare for divine intervention or things like that as a DM. So it kind of flips once you get to higher levels where it's honestly a little bit more frustrating for the DM to have to deal with, right? At least in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Would you think that kind of makes sense once you get to these higher levels that these plans are going to be more successful and it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you to, in the case of kind of keeping going with this infiltration section, is it going to be more difficult for you to come up with something that's going to be challenging enough for us?
I think that for me as a DM who definitely should prepare more than I do, yes, it is. I think a better prepared DM, and if you guys wanted a better planned thing, it should be hard, just as hard as it was in the earlier levels, because you're not
Mhm.
going up against guards anymore.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you guys decide to go. We'll bring up Bahamut again, and for those who don't know, in our home campaign, Bahamut is the creator god who has returned and is currently like held up in a fortress in a desolate part of the land. And there is potential for the group to go and fight, not fight, go into this fortress area and do whatever. They have to be an envoy for diplomacy or whatever. So let's say you guys decide to go storm the castle. The castle's not going to be the same as the city village you fought you infiltrated in when you were level 1, as the town hall. This is the fortress of a god. Of course there's going to be way more to it. And if I was a better prepared DM, I think it should be just as hard as it was earlier then, because you're not going to be fighting against your 14 HP guard. You're going to be fighting against like people who have been trained or empowered by a god and have different kind of divinely powers.
Okay.
Because is it fun for you guys to easily get into something?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I stand corrected. Good to know.
I wanna open the kingdom's grand safe on my first try, please. I don't even have these tools. Let me do
it. Haley, you saying to that? Obviously, a little bit joking on that, but like, why do you say that?
Because it's like the same concept of playing a video game and putting it on easy mode. I'm here for a little bit of a challenge, If I just wanted to automatically succeed on everything, I would, I don't know, read a book, I guess, where I know the hero's gonna win.
No, that's an excellent point. I think that's a good thing. Is a lot of times maybe this is a DM's perspective. If you guys as players, please let me know. Players expect everything to go right, because in a video game or something like that, it does go right half the time. And if it doesn't, you save. You save scum and just go back to the beginning or whatever. I've done that 1,000 times in Baldur's Gate. Oh, fight's not going well. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to back out and now go into it. In D&D, that's not how it works unless you have like a magic device that sends you back in time. Oh my gosh, what if we created save points in D&D with magic devices? This is amazing.
You would hate that.
Put it out.
You would hate that. I know you would.
But only one player. That's such a good point. Like, I gave it to Backpack Boy, and if Backpack Boy feels like it's going wrong, he just reverses time to that spot, even though you guys were doing things right.
Got laid? Not anymore.
Got laid. But it may. Am I wrong in thinking that sometimes players believe that everything needs to go right for them?
I feel like sometimes there are people that have that mindset going in. They're like, everything's going to go exactly how I want it to go. I have this perfectly planned out. This is the session that's going to happen. It's not going to be that way. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm going to ask Kendall and Sam, because you guys were there for the... Sam, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I could tell you a little bit of the psychology behind it. D&D takes a lot more effort than the average video game.
Yes.
Both socially, mentally, the whole shebang. So when things don't go how players have been planning, it does feel a little more sour than if they lost at a video game.
So now I want to ask...
A lot of players, they do set their hearts on succeeding so much that's why you see like hundreds of stories on Reddit like, oh, this is why I'll never play D&D again.
That's true. Yep. So I want to build off that, Sam, and ask you and Kendall a question about the ritual with Bahamut that brought Bahamut back. What was your mindset going into that? If you guys, that was like a year or two ago. So if you guys can recall anything, what was your mindset going into that? You guys had a plan, kinda. What was your mindset? Didn't. I say kinda.
Going into it, I remember feeling scared, like that something bad was going to happen. And I was right. So,
You guys fell for the distraction.
We did. Yep, we did.
Not gonna lie, I had no idea we had to destroy those pillars.
Me neither. Yeah.
Like Minecraft.
Yes, it is like Minecraft.
Oh my gosh, no! And it's a dragon you're fighting. Ah, fetch! I'm not original.
Brayden, no one is original.
I know. We've talked about it,
We
right?
got the Ender
Voltron
Dragon.
Arc, we got the Ender Dragon. What was the other one? I have World Stones. You're like, oh, Infinity Stones. Boo.
Yeah, I remember I was nervous that it wasn't gonna go right, and I was nervous because I remember asking the party multiple times, "What's the plan?" And then nothing happened, and
Dude, I
so
had
we
the
just
fastest turtle in the West. I had to do what I did, which I don't
you
remember
did.
what it was.
Misty
You
stepped
did
onto the
something.
roof.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I can really remember besides utter crushing defeat and my tummy
The
hurting.
death of your bell boyfriend and,
Yes.
and a bunch of other things, right?
And my tummy hurting.
Yeah. But now we're in a great story where you guys are friends with Bahamut, right? He just wants people to be happy.
Love
That's
that
all
guy.
he wants.
That's
Mhm.
propaganda.
What?
Yeah, it
No. Everything's propaganda.
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
I think that like there is a huge problem with that where sometimes you don't go in with a plan. And that might be a thing for newer players as well. And then without a plan, you don't know you didn't do any reconnaissance, you didn't do any like information gathering, so you don't know what to do. You guys didn't know you're supposed to destroy the pillars. Like there wasn't a lot of information to be gathered around. I mean, you guys also got caught pretty early
Yeah.
on, so but yeah, there is like that fault of not planning enough at the same time. Even though your plans are probably going to go wrong, you should still probably plan.
Yeah,
Right?
no, definitely.
Mhm. Does anyone have a story about that thing of like plans going wrong and how you felt?
Yes. Oh man. This was this was very, very early into the Monday night campaign. I'm pretty sure this is the one and only time that I did like an in detail plan of what we should do. What happened is we found out that some hags had captured a druid in a village, and we had been sent to go and figure things out. Haley knows exactly what I'm talking about.
That was my first session ever, by the way,
Uh-huh.
guys. Keep that
Well,
in
with
mind.
this group.
Yeah.
Mhm. So, well, actually, no, you were there for after the plan went horribly wrong.
And you guys got
It just
captured.
kept getting worse.
It got so much worse.
Uh-huh.
But we went and found like, okay, this is where the druid is being held. We've got these trees over here, and there's guards patrolling in these other areas. And we took a break, and I spent that entire like 20-minute break that we took drawing out a plan, being like, hey, these guards are moving in this area. This person has this spell, this spell, this spell. This person could be doing this. This person will be doing this. Like, I planned everything out.
This is early Hunter where he was trying to beat D&D.
Yes, pretty much. And because what the plan was is I had like kind of figured out, okay, these guards are moving at these intervals. We'll have about this much time to take one down. One of us can disguise self to look like that guard, and then we could go take out the other one, slowly move our way towards the central area. All this freaking meticulous crap. We didn't even kill the first guy before he raised the alarm. Yeah. Yeah, it did.
Oh.
It didn't go great.
Nope.
And then we got captured.
Is this a problem? Because then next session was like 3 months later
Hmm.
with a whole like a rearranged group. And after the plan with Bahamut went wrong, we rearranged the group. I'm seeing a trend where if you guys fail, so don't fail a plan if you still want to play in my campaign, I guess is what it is.
Oops.
Or we'll rearrange it once again.
No.
We'll be the Friday night group now, I guess.
My other group plays on Fridays.
Well, I guess we already know who's gone if you fail a plan. Just kidding.
No.
Absolutely not.
Please.
My 3 D&D games, no! I'd only be playing 2! No, I won't. We won't do that, obviously. Haley, do you have an example that you'd like to share, or if not,
I can think of a time it went wrong, but it ended beautifully, so maybe not the one we're looking for.
well, at this point, go ahead and share it.
I've shared it before. It was the time when Rachel and I created a union in the Hell Camp.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, it was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Oh goodness. Yeah, you guys created a whole devil union with
Uh-huh.
the bearded devils.
I should ask my dad how that union's holding up, actually. Next
You
time I see
should.
him.
You know, I actually he might be a little pissed. He's like, I have to start paying benefits now.
They have
They don't even
dental.
have dental.
They asked for even vision insurance. They are devils.
Hunter, did you just quote Shrek 2?
Yeah, he did.
Maybe.
Goated
Lol,
movie.
dude.
Mhm.
I don't even know what the quote. What was the quote?
They
We don't even have dental.
Was that at the
At
Fairy
the
Godmother's
Spell
Factory?
Factory.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've not seen Shrek in a hot second.
Love Shrek too.
Next movie
Rachel
night
does
as
not like
friends,
Shrek.
we're watching Shrek.
Rachel doesn't like
That
Shrek.
doesn't mean you can't watch it.
I'm not saying I wouldn't watch it. I'm just saying Rachel doesn't doesn't watch it, and I don't
Bill
watch
doesn't
movies.
like
So
Fallout. I'm gonna watch that new season when it comes out.
true.
Fallout
not a big
makes me
TV or movie.
uncomfy.
Yeah, because the first episode they do sad things, right, or whatever.
Oh, it
Yeah.
gets pretty
Every
bad.
episode, they do sad things.
Every
true.
episode of that show.
Fallout's not a fun
Uncomfortable.
universe. Okay.
No, it's,
It's
not.
not, and that's part of its charm.
Yeah, talking
But
about
hey-
plans going wrong. Let's
You-
talk about Fallout. Just kidding. Yeah. So building off of what Haley said about a plan going wrong but also working out well. What makes those moments satisfying?
Maybe that it works for once.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you asking that question is also the same as asking what makes anything satisfying.
There's a little bit of satisfying. I feel like there's a different bit of satisfaction to a plan going right to a plan going wrong but still working out. It's a different kind of satisfaction where you're just like, we got by the skin of our teeth compared to everything went perfect. You know, that's like a yes, we did it compared to like, oh, we made it. At least for me, maybe not for everyone else. But
No, yeah, I get that. It's just yeah,
I have
no, I get that.
you guys have seen me games sometimes, and you've seen me go up against difficult bosses, and you've heard me get like pissed and whatnot.
Yeah, and you
But
do
you've
this.
also heard me finally beat that stupid boss, and I just get hyped and start going insane. Pretty much, we'll just
Hunter, I'm gonna need
say.
an audio collection of the noises you make when you're frustrated.
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them, and I love them.
I think about
make
the
me
ones I
laugh
make
every
when
time.
nobody's there.
Oh goodness.
oh, I've heard those ones before.
I get a little bit more vulgar when nobody's listening.
It's just
I
so
get pissed while gaming. I'm sorry.
you do. You're
I
toxic.
apologize.
I am.
Hunter's a toxic player.
Yeah.
Hunter would figure really well into the League of Legends community.
No, because
He
I'm
would.
playing
He's
that
toxic.
stupid
Never
game.
He's
playing
toxic.
that.
He's toxic. That's what it is.
I don't know. It's just kind of that big moment of satisfaction of overcoming just something that was insanely difficult, and in this case, something that did not necessarily go according to plan, but it ended up working out.
Mm.
Mhm. And it's fun to kind of embrace that chaos overall as well. Just like being able to.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's the beauty of D&D is it's the role play aspect of everything, right? Like being able to not only just dice roll it out, but able to role play it out to a point where you're like, wow, like me as a DM, it's like so satisfying when Daniel or Sam, who are phenomenal at this, Kendall's phenomenal at this as well, like are like role play heavy people. Not that, yeah. Anyway,
What are you talking about? I ain't roleplay heavy.
that's why I was gonna say Sam's not really a whole play, but you're very intelligent when it comes down to knowing what to say. Is what it is. Like with the whole mystery thing, that's one of your strengths, Sam, is you're very intelligent. Sometimes it may be out of character, but that doesn't matter. Like in the end, like you're playing your character how you feel like your character should be played. And in my mind, it might be that, but like you're over here. I can't prepare for the three of you when it comes to role play. I can't prepare for Daniel, Haley, and Hunter when it comes to combat. You know, like that's just the strengths. And when it comes to like the role play aspect of getting out, something goes wrong, and now you have to talk yourself out of a situation. I, as a DM, I don't feel like that's my strength. Being able to be like, hey, what's going on? Unless I have certain things set up. You guys are so good at rolling with that. And if as a DM, it's so fun to be beaten that way, and you're just like, there's nothing I can do.
That makes sense.
It makes sense. You're like, oh, yep. They rolled one, the dice were in their favor, and two, they out role played me. Because there's that aspect of it too. You're trying to like, because in a sense, it is a combat initiative kind of way where you as the players are versing, let's say you get caught by guards on accident because you failed your stealth check. Now you're in this initiative order of, okay, I'm going to make a perception check, persuasion check. They're going to make insight checks kind of deal against that. So now you have to out role play each other while adding in your roles as well, but out role play each other. Who is able to get the upper hand in the talk, able to persuade the person or whatever it may be. So, and you three are phenomenal at that. Not saying that Haley and Hunter are bad at that at all. I just know that when it comes to words, I will never beat Sam. It is so difficult.
Sam has two older sisters. So
I have 4 sisters.
he has 4. You have 3 sisters.
Josh might as well be an honorary.
Okay.
Honorary sister.
Got him.
And they came from a family culture of debate. So that's why he's like,
Dang.
That's a
like that.
very kind way to put it.
Oh,
What
no.
am I going to say for the world to hear that
We all
your
verbally
family
abused
is...
each other and we love each other still.
They argued.
They're combative.
They were
Aggressive?
siblings.
And
Not
love.
physically. Verbally.
Just emotionally and mentally.
Yeah, you
Just
know.
kidding. Well, Sam, do we need to have a therapy session right here in the podcast?
No, I'm good, man.
Okay, good. Because they were okay with it. No, I think that's just embracing that chaos, whether it devolves into combat or not, is part of the game. You know, like you have to prepare for that even as a player. If you do have a perfect plan, what goes happen when the plan goes wrong? Now, what's plan B? What's plan C? Where do you go from there? And that's the beauty of roleplay. That's the beauty of D&D. That's the beauty of improv is the yes and yes and yes and.
Mhm.
Bold of you to assume that any of my characters make anything past a plan A.
Yeah.
You're right. Your plans always go so perfect. That's why they're only plan A.
I've never
Exactly.
failed anything in my
She's
entire life.
never.
Yeah.
In all my years of D&D, I'm the perfect D&D player, okay? No one's
Looking
better than me.
Nat 20s all day, every day.
I promise my dice are only loaded a little bit.
Oh,
Sometimes
no.
they roll
You're
a
not
How do we
loaded
get out of
like
this?
Dirty
Luke? It's
Joe.
gonna go on for 10 minutes, guys. How do we get out of this?
Too late. Cannot be stopped.
The bit has
No.
started.
It can't be stopped. Just kidding. Are there any questions you have to me as a DM or Haley as a DM about how we plan for plans?
Okay, this is gonna sound really mean, but do you go in with the intention of just crushing our hopes?
Depends how you
Absolutely.
acted last session.
Oh, yep.
Is that true? Does this mean
Yeah.
I'm never gonna have a good debate session ever again because I pissed off Tiamat?
No, because if I really never wanted to have a good debate session with you again, I would have done a lot better at Tiamat because you destroyed me with Mistra. But that's why Bahamane was so much better because I was preparing to debate you, and I you ended up leaving, which was great. So I didn't have to worry about that aspect. So no, I don't. I do not go in planning on crushing. I always have I'll bring up again the Bahamane ritual thing. I planned on you guys succeeding. with the aspect of these guys have been planning this for 200 years. It's not going to be easy, though. But my plan is for you guys to succeed, which was hard for me because I, from the start, wanted Bahameen to be the villain. But I also wanted to give you guys a chance to potentially not do that, and he wouldn't be the BBEG, the big bad evil guy. Like, I wanted that. And I had the mini I bought did not work. I bought it off of eBay. Don't buy minis off of eBay. They recast it and it didn't work. But I had a mini that I was going to build for when you guys fight Bahameen. And when I gave the option of you guys potentially beating him, it was so hard because I had spent $50 on it. I was like, but I have to give this to them because I believe in player agency. Like, yes, maybe the session before, if you pissed me off, like, yeah, I might make it a little harder, but not really. Like, again, like, you guys, it really just depends on dice rolls and how that goes. I feel like I at least always plan for a success for you guys. Though it may not seem like it, okay? I'm on your guys' side.
Don't believe you.
You're right. I just lied right there. Sorry.
Yeah, as a DM, you always want your players to succeed, but like you also have to be realistic about it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just let you succeed because you really want to. Like, you got to earn it.
Or like, what if I put my fingers together and I say please like this?
Okay.
Please, DM.
Haley, he's got me. I don't know what to do.
Can I have quadruple advantage?
I don't know what to do if you guys do that. I lose my mind. It's so cute. I'm like, well, Sam looks so cute right now.
That is to squeeze that he does not have advantage.
Oh gosh. I'm trying to think. Oh, I had something that came into my mind and I forgot. So if I keep talking, obviously it's gonna come back to my mind, right? That's how it works. No, I again, I feel like a lot of in D&D there is this DM versus player mindset that isn't fair. Like, I as a DM will always plan for your success. Oh, no, this is what it is. I was going to bring up Scooby-Doo, okay? Because here's the thing, okay? At the end of every Scooby-Doo episode, what do they say? I would have gone away with it if it wasn't for you and your meddling kids and your dog or whatever. I can't quote. I haven't seen Scooby-Doo in forever. Your D&D world is realistic, okay? These guys for the Bahameen ritual were planning for 200 years. People have tried to stop them times and times before. Why is this random group of adventurers any different? You know, like they have plans, they have prep. You know, because he put his fingers together and said, "Pretty please."
I'm just thinking of how funny that would have been now if you had foiled it and all the cultists were just like, oh, we would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling adventurers.
Yeah.
Where would the story have gone if we did stop it?
It would have been a much more political focused campaign between you guys choosing whether to join the Empire of Sandvor or the Grimmer Dominion on the side of the war.
Yeah, we sure do love politics. I mean, on one hand, fight a god. Other hand, run for Senate.
I think
Backpack Boy's gonna win by a landslide.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is.
He's got that
suggestion.
campaign slogan.
The reason it would have gone there is because that was a prominent thing that was going to happen, was the war on Liabec, and I wanted you guys to decide the fate of the continent, basically.
The world?
The continent, at least. Now you're deciding the fate of the world at this
Yay!
point. So no pressure. A little bit of the fate of the whole entire universe. So
Yeah, we're
you
fine.
know,
No,
yeah,
no
you're
biggie.
fine. No worries. I think a lot of that, fun fact, a little bit of side note as well. I think when I was coming up with the idea of these two kind of paths you could take, one, the whole, we're kind of in like this whole divinity deity arc, right? You know, the gods aren't that great of people, and it kind of is not a memoir, but an inner look at like my inner turmoil with like religion and my testimony and all that stuff. And so it's kind of like a little bit of me has come out into our campaign in that way. And then if you went the political route, at that point I was very anti-establishmentarian. I was like very anti-establishment, like blah 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 blah. So it kind of would have been following that part of what I was working out of myself. So because at least for me, I don't know. Obviously, Kendall, you're an author as well. Do you put sometimes things you're working through, like this is me just asking, into your writing?
Yeah, well, I think it's impossible for any writer to not put pieces of themselves into either characters or situations. But I would say for me, what it's hard for me to speak on other authors, but I would say for me, what I'm working on right now is an allegory of what I have learned in life so far.
Mm-hmm. Now, can you
Right?
talk for J.K. Rowling? Just kidding.
Maybe. But no, it's always interesting to look at the psychology of the creator and their piece of work, their piece of art, right?
Mhm.
And yeah, I do think it's literally impossible for somebody to, even if you are intentionally going into a project saying, I'm going to make this not about whatever I'm going through or something I have gone through in the past. I'm going to make it completely separate of that. Right?
Yeah.
That's completely impossible.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's a little bit of a side note, but I find that very interesting. And I think it goes with as well, like a DM's plan for the campaign never works out.
Yes.
It never goes the way you thought.
And life
know?
never works out the way you think it's going to.
Whoa, is D&D just an allegory for life?
Yeah.
Life also finds a way.
Holy.
It also finds a way.
Ain't-
Yes.
It's a Cars
Ain't that
reference.
just the way.
Yes, yes, it is. How did you know?
I remember when Lightning McQueen said that.
Mm-hmm.
Vroom, vroom. I also loved when he said, yo, is she a Porsche? And Sally had a tramp stamp.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not making fun of it. I that's just what it was. And that's what also Cars
You
is
just
a
stated a
phenomenal
fact.
Cars is a phenomenal show. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Okay. Good to know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Any other thoughts or comments on this?
Kind of jumping back. Do you think almost spending? Because here's the thing, we do D&D every now and then. Usually once a week is what we aim for. Do you think that spending too much time like creating a plan during the game kind of takes the fun out of it? It takes a lot of the enjoyment away.
Haley, do you have any thoughts on that?
I know I say honestly it depends a lot, but we have a very big group.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we spend most of our session planning stuff, half of the people in it are not involved. So I think the bigger the group, the less fun putting a plan together is. But if you're a smaller group, it can be fun.
It's the idea of too many chefs in the kitchen a little bit too.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Too many supervisors on the front end.
Yeah.
Real life stories.
Oh, speaking of which, I have some crazy gossip. I'll tell you guys later.
We're not going to say it on the podcast.
I don't think we can advise that for it's our legal team.
Yeah.
Our
I'm
legal-
going to check with our legal team. Sam, can we say it on the podcast?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, sick.
Okay,
Let's go.
we're good.
Everything is on the table.
He's not a lawyer. He's just our legal team. So, yeah, I think that's I think there's a big problem when it comes down to planning in session because it takes so long.
Mhm.
And for some people, it's just not fun for them, so they don't pay attention. I think a little bit of a bigger group. I think it's people sometimes just don't pay attention in general. Like I think it could work if people just paid attention and got the plan out right. But then it comes to the problem of there are 7 players, so there's again too many chefs in the kitchen. So you're not. It takes longer because you're having to decide through 7 people's opinion over and over instead of being a 3 group people or 4 group party, not people, 3 group party, 4 group party. And it's just a lot faster because there's less ideas thrown out there and less objections. I remember when we were doing our now defunct mini campaign. When we were doing session 0, I brought up, hey, this is what's going to go on. Make a plan beforehand.
Mhm.
And we talked about it. Just because I didn't want episode 1 to just be, oh, we're going to talk 2 hours on how to make a plan.
Yeah.
Because that would not be fun. So, but yeah, it just depends. I guess nuanced. Wow.
Mhm.
Don't we love nuanced answers where there's not an actual answer and it's just opinions?
Yeah.
Yeah, we love
it's
that.
pretty on theme for this podcast. I
Yeah.
feel like.
What? We're a
Yeah.
discussion-based podcast about opinions and we
What?
share our opinions? What is this?
Crazy.
Right.
Who would have thought? No, yeah, that's what it is. It's just preference. Comes down to preference as a DM and as players. I think utilizing the players only group chat is a good way to make a plan beforehand, and if you want to keep it secret from the DM.
Yes,
Like-
I was about to say, we're doing all of our planning in front of Braden. He's preparing on how to counter us.
And I
as
brought
we
that
Yeah.
talk to him.
I brought that up earlier, right?
Mhm.
Where
Yeah.
everyone uses meta knowledge. That's just in it, like subconsciously we're using meta knowledge.
Mhm.
I guarantee Hunter tries not to, but that man knows the monster manual probably like the back of his hand at this point. Okay, he does.
So he's
Don't
playing a
let him-
ranger, so he has a reason to know it all.
Yeah. Don't let him deceive you. He's shaking his head and Hunter knees. It means yes, and so does nodding
In
at the
Hunter
same time.
knees.
Yeah. So, and then Hunter just really likes D&D, and this isn't a problem. He likes to win. He likes to beat games. He's a completionist, and a lot of his video, like you go look at his Steam page, and he's completed like God of War 2, The Last of Us, 100%ed all of these games. So Hunter likes to know and do these things. Hunter, not on purpose, will use meta knowledge. Me as a DM, having know all this, I will use the meta knowledge of I know exactly your guys' plan. So, oh no, there's just so happens to be a random guards walking down this hallway that was supposed to be secret. Like who would have thought that would happen? And it's more maybe not as a me trying to plan, but sometimes you just improv that fast and you're like, oh shoot, that probably shouldn't have happened. And then if you're surprising me on the fly, I feel like that's fun for me as well. You're just like, oh shoot, I didn't plan for that at all. I knew this was going to happen, but then it also allows for a more regular kind of vibe of the guards or whatever it may be.
Mhm.
It takes away that meta knowledge the DM might have.
Yeah.
So what's the overall theme we get out of this? Everyone, make sure you have a group chat that your DM is not a part of.
Yeah. That sounds like the way to go, honestly.
That's the theme of this whole episode. Your DM sucks. Murder
Yep.
him with your plan of I can't condone murder. Wait, hold up. Legal team, can I condone murder? No, I obviously it's good to have that. So,
Mhm.
any final thoughts before we wrap up?
Nope.
Wait for the plan to go wrong and then throw away the plan.
Yes, exactly.
Uh-huh.
So why come up with a plan? Just go in.
It's fun.
Just go
Yes.
in. Let your DM totally annihilate you because they definitely have planned everything.
Give a
Definitely.
flicker of hope that everything's gonna go right, and then watch it all just crash and burn.
I learned that from Hunger Games, and that's something I do as a DM, is you can't crush all hope. Then they
Hey,
rebel.
President Snow.
Yep. It's actually, I think about that quote a lot. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
It's a big
Your
life lesson.
style makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Look at them all holding hands. I want them dead.
I want them dead.
It's what it is, but how many times have I said the theme of this is hope? Because you keep coming back. If you
Mhm.
didn't, if it wasn't, you wouldn't come back. Thank you guys for coming out to the podcast today. Bye. Just kidding. Thank you guys so much for coming
Bye.
out to the episode. We appreciate you guys a ton. And I hope you enjoyed a little bit more about learning about plans. I feel like this was a pretty darn good discussion. We got off topic a bit, but that's the beauty of it all, right? So if you guys are not following us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever the fetch you're listening, hit that follow button. Rate 5 stars. Give us that good stuff, okay? Your heart and your love. That's what we want. We'd really appreciate it if you did that. If you're not following us on social media or want to watch a video podcast, you can follow us on YouTube for that, or check out the clips and memes that are put on TikTok and Instagram at Beyond the Tavern Wall for all 3 of those. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, oh gosh, I just had a soda burp. I apologize. I'm gonna die. Ugh.
He's gonna full up.
Hold up. We're good.
Full up.
We're good. Okay. If you guys have any questions, comments, suggestions, concerns, you can shoot us an email at beyondthetavernwall@gmail.com, or you can send us a message over on TikTok and Instagram. And as always, the best way to support the podcast is by word of mouth. You going out to your friends and family, sharing the podcast with them so that they can learn about the love of D&D that we have and the love of D&D that you have, and just enjoy some good, casual, friendly banter and fun, you know? And as always, we like to give everyone a little side quest to help you with that, okay? And the man with the side quest today, the glowing aura around his head, Sam, what side quest are we sending everyone on?
Your quest, which is like Meridia's beacon. You don't have a choice. You're getting this quest.
You picked it up.
You need to share the podcast with the most argumentative person in your life.
Oh, I like that, Sam. Thank you. That's a good one. If you whoever's the most argumentative person in your mind, someone had just come into your head the moment that happened. I guarantee it that someone came into your head. It was his sister for me too.
I honestly believe that.
It was because you were the one who said it, so that I figured that's why it happened. But yeah, if whoever your most argumentative friend, family member, uncle at Thanksgiving dinner, this is coming out after Thanksgiving, actually. Uncle at Christmas dinner, okay? Because this is coming out on the 17th, and we're recording this like a whole month in advance, guys. Let's go. Share the podcast with them. Thank you guys so much for coming out to the tavern, and we'll catch you back here next Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.